Bora Bora is an island group in the Leeward Islands. The Leeward Islands comprise the western part of the Society Islands of French Polynesia, which is an overseas collectivity of the French Republic in the Pacific Ocean. Bora Bora has a total land area of 30.55 square kilometers, 12 square miles. The main island, located about 230 kilometers, 125 nautical miles, northwest of Papeete, is surrounded by a lagoon and a barrier reef. In the center of the island are the remnants of an extinct volcano, rising to two peaks, Mount Pahia and Mount Otemanu. The highest point is at 727 meters, 2,385 feet. Bora Bora is part of the commune of Bora Bora, which also includes the atoll of Tupai. The languages spoken in Bora Bora are Tahitian and French. However, due to the high tourism population, many natives of Bora Bora have learned to speak English. Bora Bora is a major international tourist destination, famous for its seaside and even offshore luxury resorts. The major settlement, Vaitape, is on the western side of the main island, opposite the main channel leading into the lagoon. Produce of the island is mostly limited to what can be obtained from the sea and from the plentiful coconut trees, which were historically of economic importance for the production of copra. In ancient times the island was called Pora Pora Mai Te Pora, meaning, created by the gods, in the local Tahitian dialect. This was often abbreviated Pora Pora, meaning simply, firstborn. The Tahitian language and the English, French, are Dutch languages, each use a unique set of phonemes, so the spelling and pronunciation of the name changes as it passes from one language to another. Since Tahitian does not distinguish between the sounds P and B, the sound represented by P lies in between the two, while R represents a sound not present in English, similar in sound to L and E. So Pora Pora could also be heard by English, French, or Dutch speakers as Bola Bola or Bora Bora. When explorer Jacob Roggeveen first landed on the island, he and his crew adopted the name Bora Bora, which has stood ever since. The island was inhabited by Polynesian settlers around the 3rd century. The first European sighting was made by Jacob Roggeveen in 1722. James Cook sighted the island on the 29th of July 1769, with the help of a Tahitian navigator, Tupaia. The London Missionary Society arrived in 1820 and founded a Protestant church in 1890. Bora Bora was an independent kingdom until 1888, when the French annexed the island as a colony and forced its last queen, Terimayavarua III, to abdicate. During World War II, the United States chose Bora Bora as a South Pacific military supply base, and constructed an oil depot, an airstrip, a seaplane base, and defensive fortifications. The base, known as Operation Bobcat, comprised 9 ships, 18,000 t, 18,000 long tons, 20,000 short tons of equipment, and nearly 7,000 soldiers. At least 8 7-inch guns were operated by some members of the 13th Coast Artillery Regiment, later renamed the 276th Coast Artillery Battalion. The guns were set up at strategic points around the island to protect it against potential military attack. 8 of these guns remain in the area to this day. However, the island saw no combat. The American presence on Bora Bora went uncontested for the entire course of the war. The base was officially closed on the 2nd of June 1946. The World War II airstrip was never enlarged to accommodate large aircraft, but it was nonetheless French Polynesia's only international airport until 1960, when Faa International Airport opened next to Papeete, Tahiti. It is located in the so-called Society Islands, which are part of French Polynesia, and is located northwest of Tahiti, about 260 kilometers, 162 miles, northwest of Papeete, Tahiti. It also has around it several motus, which are small elongated islets that usually have some width and vegetation. One of the most beautiful and photographed motus in Polynesia is the Tapu Motu, especially before a hurricane carried away part of the tongues of sand at its ends. Bora Bora is formed by an extinct volcano, surrounded by a lagoon and a fringing reef. Its summit is Mount Otemanu, located in the center of the atoll. Another summit, Mount Pahia, on the main island, is 661 meters, 2,169 feet, high. The main island has 3 open bays overlooking the lagoon: Fanui Bay, Turapuo Bay or Povai Bay to the west, and Hidia Bay to the northwest. Turapuo Bay separates the main island from 2 islets of volcanic nature, Tupua and Tupua Iti. Necklace-shaped coral reefs surround the central island and protect it from the open sea as if it were a dike. It is a barrier reef with only one opening to the ocean, the Tivanui Passage, located west of the main island, which allows most large cargo ships and cruise ships to enter the lagoon. They must, however, stay in a channel because outside the channel, much of the lagoon water is shallow. The barrier reef is very wide in some sections, where it exceeds 2 kilometers in width to the southwest of the island. To the east and north of the island, the reef supports a series of islets made up of coral ruins and sand, the Motu. Precisely, on one of them that is located to the north, the Motu Mute, is where the U.S. Army built an important air base during the Second World War, which has now become the airport of Bora Bora. The lagoon, very abundant in fish, is remarkable for its breadth and beauty. Its color varies with depth. Dark indigo when it is deep, Tivanui Passage, Pufai and Fanui Bays, all pastel shades of blue and green elsewhere. Corals, when they are very close to the surface, along with the fauna that colonizes them, come to wear a wide variety of colors: egg yolk, red, blue or purple. Bora Bora is part of a group of volcanic islands linked to the activity of a hazardous area. It is an extinct volcano, which was active in the Upper Pliocene, between 3.45 and 3.10 million years ago, and then underwent at least partial depression and strong erosion under a hot and humid tropical climate. The Bay of Turapua was the main crater of the volcano, whose collapsed southwestern edge only subsists still in the islets are Motu, Tupua and Tupua Iti, which culminate respectively at 148 meters, 486 feet, and 17 meters, 56 feet altitude. The volcanic rocks are of basaltic type, essentially from alkaline basalts and some hawaiites, as well as some gabbro intrusions, especially on the islet Tupua. They come mostly from voids, explosive episodes being very rare. The island's economy is driven almost entirely by tourism. Several resorts have been built on the Motu surrounding the lagoon. Motu is a Tahitian word meaning small islands. Hotel Bora Bora opened in 1961, and 9 years later the first overwater bungalows on stilts over the lagoon were built. Today, overwater bungalows are a standard feature of most Bora Bora resorts. The bungalows range from relatively inexpensive basic accommodations to very luxurious expensive ones. Most of the tourist destinations are sea-oriented. However, there are also tourist attractions on land, such as World War II cannons. Air Tahiti operates 5 or 6 flights daily between Tahiti and the Bora Bora airport on Motu Mute, as well as occasional flights to and from other islands. There is no public transport on the island, so rental cars and bicycles are the recommended means of transport. In addition, there are small, 2-seater buggies for hire in Vaitape, and motorboats can be rented to explore the lagoon. Vaitape is a large city on the west side of the island and is home to a large part of the island's population. The city has also become a popular spot for tourism. Snorkeling and scuba diving in and around Bora Bora's lagoon are popular activities. Many species of sharks and rays inhabit the surrounding waters. A few dive operators on the island offer manta ray dives and shark feeding dives. The species of shark living in the island's lagoon are not considered dangerous to people. In addition to the existing islands of Bora Bora, the artificial island of Motu Marfo has been added in the northeastern corner of the lagoon at one of the many resorts. The main attraction of Bora Bora is the lagoon with its still intact underwater world. By glass-bottom boat, diving and snorkeling, you can explore the reef with thousands of colorful coral fish. In the deep lagoon there are barracudas and sharks that you can feed during guided diving excursions. An attraction for divers is the Stingray Strait, an area of the lagoon where several species of stingrays are found in large schools, including numerous manta rays and leopard rays. Parts of the interior of the island can be explored on jeep safaris. However, the natural beauty of the island is best explored on foot. Several hikes can be done from Vaitape, but it is advisable to rely on a guide to keep your bearings. The hike to the top of Mount Pahia, from where, according to legend, the war god Oro descended on a rainbow, leads through orchards, forests, orchid fields and fern-covered crevices. You can also climb Mount Otemanu, which offers a beautiful panoramic view of the atoll. Below the summit is a large grotto where numerous frigate birds nest. Another attraction are the remains of what were more than 40 marae ceremonial platforms. The best preserved are Marae Fair Opu, in Fanui Bay, and Marae Ehautai or Temaruteawa, at the eastern end of Verau Bay. Another large Aboriginal ceremonial site is Marae Marotadini, in the north of the main island, right on the beach. The stone platform of the complex was originally 42 meters, 138 feet, long and was restored in 1968 by Japanese archaeologist Yoshihiko Shinodo. Two stone box tombs of the royal family were found in the area of the complex. Most beaches, and also the numerous hotels, are located in the two large bays between Point Paupau and Point Matira, in the southwest of the island, as well as in the motus opposite. About 5 kilometers south of Vaitape, directly on the main road, is Bloody Mary's, a bar and restaurant with its own yacht jetty, frequented by many guests. The two wooden plaques at the entrance list 230 names, including Marlon Brando, Jane Fonda and Diana Ross.